Thursday night primetime.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Gets around him, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pearson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To throw on 2nd down. Pearson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Burns. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Pearson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. Kicker's kick here is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
44 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
On 3rd and short, to give to the tight end. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Butker's kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll find Schwartz, complete right side. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 2. Here's a give to Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll roll him out right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer? And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now second down. 2nd and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Caught here by Conley. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Flush to his right. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in week 1.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burns. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Three yards remain for second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Lawrence. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. In the early window, we'll have our eye on that game in Jacksonville. The Jaguars going to need to be on their...
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A carry for Gibson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Back to throw again. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Forced out to his left. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
McPherson's kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. And just a yard to go here on second down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Jamin Davis there to bring him down. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Looking to throw. Pearson. Open net is Waddle, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed will allow for great penetration as they stuff that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it? Touchdowns.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Gibson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And Washington going to add on to their lead. McPherson on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Eagles coming out as they get ready and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. leverage guys, win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
3 yards the gain there, second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Back to throw. Pearson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
We got this.
Back now at FedEx Field. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 55 rushing yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Throwing on 1st down, Pearson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, Pearson. And one more time, that's Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Pearson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight. They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right? And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play. On 1st and 10, Pearson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 26 yards. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped. Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock. You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off. I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead. Well, let's watch it and find out who's right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Washington on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete. I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case. No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination. On on first down. Pearson, that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Waddle. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none, because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Washington offense set to take over again. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open.
There he goes, left side. The 40. The 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 84 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. McPherson now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing on first down. Pearson. He finds his man, complete. That's Burns. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Back to throw. Pearson. He's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%. 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Pearson. Throw right side. Going to be caught here by Waddle. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Waddle with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. There the Eagles are back within a score. Butker now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Well, able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. Six yards left on second down. Gibson again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So now the Eagles down by 8. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now left side on the swing pass. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Burns. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I,